Hello, how are you? This is Jilly Bling, and I have another project to share using the Cheerful Daisy bundle. And this I saw on Pinterest by stampwithamyk.com, and she made a card similar to this. So this is my version. Isn't that pretty? Just a little bit on the inside. I'm just kind of featuring the die set Stitched with Whimsy and these flat adhesive back pearls. Love that little accent. And a little bit of ribbon. That's in lemon lime. So let's get started on this project. So we'll be using the stamp set Cheerful Daisy, of course, Stitched with Whimsy dies, and Cheerful Daisy dies. And this project is a little bit different than the previous two. So this is a set of 5 different cards using the same bundle, featuring the Cheerful Daisies. And the first 2 were more about the die set that cuts out, well, here they are. This one was card number 2, but it was more about the die set that cuts out these 3-layer flowers. So that was card number 2. Card number 1, that also featured the 3 different layers of the daisy, the dies. So this one is more about the stamp, and then there is one of the dies, one of those, the 3 layers, the 3rd layer that cuts out the stamped image. And then finally got to use these. I hadn't used these little fern sprigs on the previous 2 cards, but we will today. Okay, let's get started. So this is for the words. I was about to pull out a piece of solid color, what is that called? Moody Mauve. These are new colors, which is really fun. Moody Mauve. But then I had this paper sitting right there above the drawer, and I thought, I'm going to use the designer paper because I love the look of that. So let's just start there. That paper is on top. And that is going to be in Versamark. Or you know what? I have one already cut out. Let me stamp on that. And there's a die. In this bundle, it includes this die, which is perfect for the words. These are part of the Stitch with Whimsy, and we'll use those in just a minute. Okay, so on here, let's do the, I love that Oops-a-Daisy. Right here. Oops-a-Daisy. And then put it into white embossing powder. Can you tell I was playing around with it? It's so much fun. I know I like daisies, but I thought by the 3rd project I'll be doing something other than daisies. But no, this turned out, I love each one of these. I've got other great ideas. I probably should have used my embossing bunny. Well, or I could cut another one. Let me see. So if ever you do that, and you're too lazy to pull out your embossing buddy, you just have to get that powder out of the wrong spots. A little bit better. So the Oops-a-Daisy, that could be if you missed a birthday, or just anything that you'd say sorry for. Anything, I don't know, it could be all kinds of things. Okay, this is a little more challenging than I thought it would be. That's not a good way to start out the morning. And if it doesn't work out, I'll just do another one. I think that looks better. Just a little bit more. Some places I'm kind of pushing the powder right where I want it rather than trying to clear it away. Okay, just a little bit more. Okay, that will do it. And I'm going to move this because in the past I've blown my powder all over my room, and that's not good. Well, it's not perfect, but definitely better than it was before. I could try to knock some of these off. On this one, I didn't do it perfect there either, and I was trying to take the marker, the blends, and I was testing out the colors. It's like, how would it be if I put Moody Mauve Light Blend? It's like, that's too dark. So then I tried Bubble Bath. That's too pink. So I'll just pretend like I want it like that for now. Okay, so lemon lime paper, and I'll be doing 3 of this dye, the fern. Got those. That almost looks like ocean bottom. And on this paper I'm going to do the stamping. So the stamping is when I did the Moody Mauve stamp, it was just a little bit too dark, so I stamped off. So I'll start with the big one, the outline, stamp off, and then onto here, because I just wanted it a little bit more delicate. And the same with each of these other flowers. And finally, this one. Okay, so I have the outline for each of those. Now I'm going to use Bubble Bath. And I need to get a second pad. I already have one, but it's being busy somewhere. So I made a spot. And if ever you get in a predicament like that, or some people, they like to do just spots, and you buy the reinkers and the spots, and then you can make the stamp pads as you need them, just little ones, and they're great for travel. Okay. Isn't that pretty? But you know what? I might try that one again because it looks a little bit kind of freckled. Maybe I didn't get it inked enough. Or sometimes when the stamp is new, it looks a little, it's like the polymer is resisting the, see, that one's a little bit more solid. The polymer is resisting the ink. Let me see if this one comes out good, then I'm going to redo that other one. Yeah, this one, so I'll show you what I'm talking about. So see how these, the Bubble Bath, the color is applied smooth, and this one the color is a little bit freckled. Let me try that again. So, Moody Mauve with the outline, stamp off, Moody Mauve. Okay. And I'm sure if I was using my big pad, there'd be no problem. Okay, it has lots of ink on it. Yeah, this one I think it looks better. Oh yeah, that one is better. Maybe I just had to prime the stamp. Okay, so now I have my 3 flowers. So next I want to do the flower centers, and that is going to be in Daffodil Delight. Flower centers. So these go directly onto the flower. These little ones. And then the big one is separate because there's a die cut for that. So when you look at this, see how that one has a die cut and these are stamped on here. So after I stamped this one, this flower right here, and I went to pull out the dies, I thought, oh, is the die going to accommodate for the bump I just created, or is it going to cut it off and expect me to do the little die cut? But no, the die is perfect for that right there. I'll show you in just a minute when we pull the dies out. Okay, so next is 5 green leaves. Here's the leaf. And unfortunately, there's only one die for this leaf. So it means 5 passes through your machine. But for a card this cute, it's okay. And Granny Apple. So I'm mixing Granny Apple and Lemon Lime Twist. 2 bright greens. Okay. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, so the dies, I'm using 2 different sizes of the Stitch with Whimsy. On the front of the card, I want it to be a little bit of the smaller one because it's a smaller white paper. On the inside of the card, that's the full size. So there's 2 different size white papers. This one is a small, and this one is the large. And when you're using the Stitch with Whimsy dies, just get it centered the best that you can on the paper. And this one has a bit of a border. The one for the inside has a little bit less of a border, but just do your best to get it centered because it's just a little detail. So when you look at this Stitch with Whimsy, it's perfectly centered and there is a little bit of a border. This one, the Stitch with Whimsy, goes right to the edge. There it almost goes off, right to the edge. This side is good, but it's just like a detail, an accent. Okay, so those are ready. So now these pieces, cut out. We already did the words. And this one cuts out the flower top for the big flower, the center. And this one here, I went to put it on and I thought, oh, is it going to accommodate for that little top part? And it sure does right there. And then you'll have to run it through 5 times for the leaf. Okay. Let's get these cut. Powder on my desk. How did that happen? So here's the big and the smaller. Smaller one, bigger one for the inside. And pieces. 5 leaves. Okay, I think it's time to get building this card. So, Moody Mauve base. Fold it in half. These will go on the inside. And this will go right here. So to put the pieces on, it's pretty. But do you notice this one, how it has blending brush using Granny Apple? Just for a little bit of a glow of color. So I'd like to do that. Just because that's what Amy did. And I'm kind of copying her idea. She used a different color words, which was nice too. She used, I think it was Pretty Peacock. Okay, Granny Apple. So when you touch down the blending brush to the paper, it might cause like heavy ink in one spot, but that's okay because there's going to be so much on this little paper. But my goal is to get that softness once the ink lightens up from your blending brush. My goal is to get the softness a little bit closer to the edges. And now that there's not much ink on it, the color is really soft. So, since it's that nice, I might as well do a little bit on the inside. Just a little bit. Hopefully I don't need more ink, because then once again touchdown will be a little heavy. And I could put the blending brush, after re-inking it, I could put the blending brush onto my scratch paper to lighten up the load on the touchdown. But I think that this will be enough. I'm seeing a spot right there. Still see the spot. I might have to get more ink. Well, let's see. Okay, that did it. Okay, done with the blending brush. Okay, since this is here, should we work on the inside? Wishing you the brightest birthday. Oopsie daisy. This is like, I forgot your birthday. But hey, I'm still wishing you a good one. So that's going to be in Moody Mauve. Don't you love the new colors? Isn't it fun? I should test it. Good. Straight. So, to stamp the flower on the inside, I'll do the stem first. And this is in Granny Apple. Right there. Then a few leaves. And you know, these little twig parts are probably destined to be different flowers, but to me they work perfectly for the little leaves. And I don't try super hard to get them to touch. Okay, and now the flower. So here's the flower. So the outline, once again, is in Stamp Off Mauve. So the question before you stamp it is, what part do you want that little connector to touch the flower? And I was trying to get it like into the crack. Oh, actually that time it looks pretty good. Let me try that. And at first it just didn't look so good, but somehow right now, today, well, that's okay. I don't know why I have those heavy spots in there, but I'm not going to turn it over. Bubble bath. Oh, that's cute. Very, very cute. And then the flower center in daffodil. Inside is done. I think all the stamping is done too. Okay, so let's get the inside put together since it's all done. Look at that color. I love that color. You know, it's kind of weird is these colors here, mauve and this pink, this light pink, they were my wedding colors eons ago. So when I see it, it's like, ah, that's part of the past. I don't know. Should I do it? But because these colors are in colors, you know, what's old is new again. And it just hits home with me. Pink flowers, too. I love pink. Okay, so the inside is done. So now we need to do this top bit. And you know, all these pieces, they could just be attached because there's no dimensionals on them. Dimensionals on the flowers. It's that page. This paper is so pretty. The designer paper that coordinates part of this product suite, it's so pretty. So a few days ago, I started making some little post-it holders. And I put it on Instagram. I had one in Facebook. I had a few of them done, 4 of them done, but I wanted a closure that was like magnetic, not just paper. I wanted it to stick closed. And then I needed Post-its to put into them. So I ordered them and they're set to arrive today. So I'll do something with that soon. But the response on Instagram has been really good. And people are like, can we make those? I want to make them. It's like, well, I thought about giving them as thank you somehow gift. But maybe it'll have to be more than that. Okay, so to assemble this card, I'm going to use just a few Post-its. Not too many. Because there's a whole lot of tucking stuff here and there. Like the ferns and the leaves, those all get tucked in. So I'll start with this one. And because it's on just one dimensional, if necessary, I can move it. So there's that. This is going to go right about there. And one more flower. Coffee's done. It's early in the morning. Okay, so next I will attach the little ferns, and I'm going to do those with liquid glue. Trying to get tape on that, or tape runner, or stamp and seal. That would be a challenge. So I'm purposely doing just the bottom part so it can tuck in. There's 3 of those. One more. That one I wanted to be kind of really tucked in. Maybe. Just like that. Okay, that's looking good. So now the leaves. So the leaves, the same thing. Glue just on the bottom part of them. At the top part of them kind of pops up. That's okay. And this, because there's a hole there, kind of fill up the hole. And a hole here. Our ice maker isn't working, and Tony's tried calling Samsung a few times, and they kind of troubleshoot, and then they're like, oh, I don't know, you need to have serviceman come out. But it seems to happen that the ice maker stops working probably like every 6 months or so, and there's all kinds of little do this, do that little tests that they can do, or hit the reset button. Okay, turn it off for 3 or 5 minutes, and we've tried all the tricks, and it just doesn't seem to be working this time. So I hear it over there cycling. It's like it's not getting in the water. And they're like, well, check inside the machine. Does the water come out from the water dispenser? It's like, yeah, that's fine. But I hear it over there cycling. It's like, oh, I wish, I wish it would work. And Tony comes in, he goes, do we have any ice babies? And I'm like, no, no ice babies. Keep checking. So on this to put the ribbon on, and it's just a little bit of ribbon. It's kind of understated, kind of lost and hidden in there. But sometimes that's what makes our cards really nice. So a little bit of Stampin' Seal, and the ribbon. And this ribbon is part of the Zany Zoo product suite, or Zoo Crew product suite, and it comes in a 2-pack. And the other one is striped, I think it's petal pink. So, looking from the front, where do I want the ribbon? Right there. Then I'll do just a little flip over here. And I'm not even worried about what the back looks like. Just thinking about the front. So we're going to be going on vacation here soon. Looking forward to it, but oh, when we come back, trying to have next month projects ready. I don't know how, it's like there's going to be 2 days to do next month projects. I don't even know what they are, but we can order tomorrow. Tomorrow is new catalog day. So I guess I'll have stuff here waiting. There's the ribbon. So it looks good, just like that. Now I'm going to put dimensionals on it, kind of stick it down. Okay, that's a good dimensional. Maybe one more. Okay, so I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to be fine with some of this kind of, oh, that's kind of cute. It covers up my my not so good embossing. It's covering it up too much. How about right there? Covers it up a little bit. It covers up the ribbon though. Okay, it's just going to go over that. The little bits of flower, those can drift on top of the label. Okay, there it is. So now it's time to stick this down a little bit more, because each of the flowers, they have only one dimensional. That's not enough. How about 4 dimensionals? Put that one under the leaf. Huh. So this is Gotta Have It box. The next one is going to be a watercolor. Those little die-cut daisies, just like a bouquet. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work. I don't know. It's going to use watercolor paper, aqua pen. I don't know, but it's going to be fun. So, flat adhesive back gems. I'm going to use 5 of them. Just random places. 1, 2. They're kind of oblong, so I want the oblong going in different directions. 1 more. Can it be there on the fern stick? Okay, so 5 of those. So I think that's it. So that is today's project. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.